Hello and welcome to Marvelous French. For today's lesson, I'd like to do something a little different. There are several native French speakers who've been kind enough to watch some of my videos, so I thought it might be interesting to make a video that could be useful to both people learning French and native French speakers interested in English, or even interested in their own language and how it's seen by non-native speakers. Speaking of which, I'd like to take this opportunity to announce the creation of my sister channel, Marvelous English, for those interested in learning or improving their English. I inaugurated the channel with a video where I discuss a real-life example of mistakes made by non-native speakers with suggestions on how to sound more natural. I'll include a link to my new channel in the description box below. But today, on this channel, I'm going to compare French and English and how the present tense is handled in each language. Although French has quite a few tenses, English can sometimes actually be a little more complicated, using separate tenses to express certain nuances that fall under a single tense in French. So in this case, when we want to talk about what's happening in the present time, we'll usually use the present tense in French. In English, however, we have two possible tenses, depending on the situation. We have what's called the present simple, a single verb. I do. He runs. We talk. We use this tense to talk about what we do on a regular basis, or about things that apply generally and not just to the immediate present moment. So, for example, I study French every day. Or, when someone gets too crazy, you let them know they're out of line. But we usually use a tense called the present continuous. I'm doing, he's running, we're talking, to talk about what we're currently doing. This is formed by conjugating the verb to be in the present tense and adding the ing form of the main verb, called the gerund. For example, what are you doing? I'm watching TV. In French, on the other hand, both of these functions, talking about what you do regularly and what you're doing currently, are expressed using the present tense. So, I listen to music every day. J'écoute de la musique tous les jours. What are you doing? I'm listening to music. Qu'est-ce que tu fais maintenant? J'écoute de la musique. So, when we're trying to express the idea that someone is doing something in French, we don't want to try to translate literally. We don't want to try to translate to be. So, I'm reading a book is not je suis lisant un livre or je suis lire un livre or something like that. Instead, we're going to put our main verb in the present tense, in this case, lire, to read. Je lis un livre. I'm reading a book. Likewise, non-native English speakers want to remember to use the am doing pattern in English to talk about what someone is currently doing, not habits or generalizations. So it's not I'm having 3 children or I'm going to school every day, but I have 3 children. I go to school every day. Conversely, if we want to talk about what we're doing right now, we want to remember to use this am doing pattern and not the present simple I do. So it's not I watch a movie right now, but I'm watching a movie right now. Now, a few notes. There is a pattern in French that can be used to emphasize that we're currently doing something, that we're in the middle of doing something, as we say in English, in the process of doing something, or busy doing something. So this is a pattern, être en train de faire quelque chose. For example, je suis en train de lire. I'm reading. I'm currently in the process of reading. So this can emphasize that we're busy and don't really want to be bothered, or that we're doing something that's taking up our attention or requires a certain amount of effort. For example, je ne peux pas te parler maintenant. Je suis en train de faire mes devoirs. I can't talk to you right now. I'm in the middle of doing my homework. And on another note, both the present continuous, am doing in English, and the present tense in French, je fais, can be used to talk about the future in some cases, especially the near future. For example, I'm going to Paris tomorrow. Je vais à Paris demain. Also, the present simple, I do in English, and the French present tense, je fais, can be used to talk about the past when we want to relay a story or a historical event. We call this the historical past. So, for example, someone talking about something that happened to them yesterday, especially in a casual environment, might say. So I walk into the restaurant and he says, "Who are you?" J'entre dans le restaurant et il me dit, "T'es qui toi?" But in general, the takeaway here is that French doesn't tend to parse out the present into two separate tenses the way English does. And there you have it. That's our lesson for today. So let me know if you found this video helpful or if you'd like me to make more videos like it. If so, please feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And on that note, please don't forget to hit the little notification bell so you can be notified whenever new content is posted. If you have any questions or you'd like to work with me on your French or your English, you can contact me at mgbp7@yahoo.com. Links to my website and my social media are also in the description box below. And with that, until next time, à la prochaine!